Hello, I'm the Cartographer, and this is the third video in my Fallout 76 Steel Dawn coverage. We're gonna go talk to Knight Shin about the raiders. Last time we recruited a scribe, and we also ended up freeing some settlers from threat of raider attack. Okay, here we go. Knight Shin.
For your sake, I hope this is a scheduled visit, Initiate. You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Why do you care so much about these weapons?
Care? Are you insinuating this is a personal matter? I am carrying out the Brotherhood's mission. The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Now it's time to fix our mistake.
Interesting. What weapons are we talking about again?
I should put negligence on your record for asking that question. Lucky for you, I don't have the time. If you can recall your last assignment, it had to do with putting down a rabid den of blood eagles in possession of military-grade rocket launchers. The same kind of rocket launchers were discovered in the possession of some raiders from Crater. Needless to say, that's a problem, and we are going to fix it.
Okay. So it was actually the rocket launchers. I'll secure the storeroom.
One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
Okay. So...
Please make sure to fill out your ration requests. And no, we will not be accommodating aversion to mutated produce. All produce is mutated now.
Okay, so we have to go to the Raider storeroom, or as it was referred to, the makeshift vault that was added to the map. Let's see. Where is that? Ah, here we go. Makeshift vault near the Cobbleton Farm and Becker Farm. Alright, let's go to Cobbleton Farm. So if you remember from the last video, we got some cryptic information about some battle that took place, that after which the Brotherhood ended up storing these guns. Along with that, we had some story about Knight Shin having raiders attack his settlement in the past, after which he was rescued by the Brotherhood. We might learn more about that here. I mean, I actually don't know. This is my first time playing through this content. It's been tempting to continue to play this without filming it, or play it on a different character, but I wanted my reactions to this stuff to actually be genuine. Plus, I've been ridiculously busy with that Monongah lore video, which took way longer than I thought it would. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got a pickup truck with some cinder blocks and crates. Interesting. Door on a cliff face. Okay, so it currently just looks like a mine with some Brotherhood crates in it. Again, this is what like last time I reacted to that wooden crate thinking that doesn't look like something the Brotherhood would do. This looks like something the Brotherhood would do. Okay, so we got some porta potties. Okay, so we're talking a big room back here. Interesting.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Don't mind me. I was just passing through.
Just taking a nice stroll around the Toxic Valley. Stumbled upon a mysterious door, yeah? I can respect an adventurous spirit. What I can't respect is the full entourage of Brotherhood soldiers who just showed up behind you.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there?
Oh man, I wish I had enough charisma for this. Because we could say there, you won't gain anything from keeping the storeroom. Do you really want to sacrifice your lives here? Which I think is reasonable. Let's go with the perception option here. You're out-armored, outgunned, and we have a positional advantage. Give it up.
Who's to say we don't have that whole platform you're standing on rigged to blow?
I'll call your bluff. You didn't expect us to come.
Alright, I'll admit, this is a serious oversight on my part. Should have known those initiates who stopped by would have gone frying to their superiors. Humor me on one thing. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse. Now.
How about you? Do you seriously take orders from this constipated suit of metal?
It will make us look bad if you use Brotherhood weapons to terrorize people.
Terrorize? We're out here trying to survive, just like anyone else. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is marching around in power armor, threatening people who don't meet its demands. You tell me who's the real terror. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
Alright. We can now chat with Knight Shin.
We completed the first part of our mission. You composed yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it.
You know, I gotta say, it's kind of cool. You know, he's got the whole power armor thing going here, but the fact that he doesn't have a helmet, I mean, that's like such a glaring hole in his armor there. Anyway, what's gonna happen to this place?
We'll set up some protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia.
Are you okay, Knight? You seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him. This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again.
I don't think he liked that raider was actually quite a bit smarter than he thought he was. I'll find out where the weapons came from.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
Yeah, I think that Knight Shin is used to dealing to the... okay, so there are other Brotherhood members here. I think he's used to dealing with the Blood Eagle type of raider, not the Crater type of raider, which are actually somewhat reasonable people, even if they are raiders. So I just want to take a look around this place real quick before we go. We got a weapons workbench there. This is an interesting little spot. Got some consoles. I wonder if there's some lore here about who built this thing in the first place. Wait, it looks like... Yes, we got a note. Unessential. Got a letter from Vault-Tec informing us they couldn't secure any spots for us in any of the vaults. They call this unessential. Unessential my ass, I helped build those damn vaults. Who the hell do they think is going to rebuild the world after the bombs hit? They won't miss any of these supplies I borrowed. What are they going to do? Fire me? Okay, so we got former Vault-Tec employees, or maybe even current Vault-Tec employees, at least at the time of the bombs, built this thing. Using tools that they took from Vault-Tec, it sounds like. I mean, this thing doesn't look... Oh. Well, that's depressing. We got 2 graves here, a couple of hats. One of them looks like a child's grave. So we got some bags of cement. Let's see if there's any other lore here anywhere. No, the terminal's broken. Okay, one last trip. Since construction of our own vault is ahead of schedule, we decided to head into Grafton for a final supply run. Saw a bear sniffing around when we got back. Managed to scare it off with a rifle, though. I don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon. Things are starting to get bad out there, but we should be finished in a couple weeks. We'll be alright. Okay, so it sounds like this vault was actually built after the bombs fell. When he says things are getting bad out there, I mean, potentially that could be something about the riots that were taking place. But also the fact that he was kind of joking about, like, what are they going to do, fire me, implies to me that they were in no position to fire him because they basically didn't exist anymore, and he took these tools from a job site. And I think this right here is the Vault-Tec employee himself, crushed as he was attempting to build more of this section out. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in here. Old microfilm reader back there. Any more notes? It'd be nice if there was a little bit more information on this place, see how many people were here. Seems like at least 3, obviously, from the dead man and the graves. Oh, we got a terminal, but it's not something we can click on. It's functional, but not usable. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Let's head back and speak with Pierce at the crater. Any more notes? Still hopeful here. No, doesn't look like it. Alright. Okay, now I saw this on the map when I was traveling up here. It looks like there may be in part of the crater that before this was not actually built out. Because if you remember, this space station fell in pieces, and there's a chunk that was in the northern hillside that didn't seem to have anything going on with it. So why don't we go take a look? Oh god, I love the guy in this this shelter so much. The one who's literally making up history on purpose. He's just talking about how, like, God, I can't even remember something like whales were moles or something like that. I can't even remember. Is there a way out of here? Or am I doing something stupid by basically running into the backside of a wall here? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it looks like they're back over here, which, again, I don't think there was anything back here before. Yeah, definitely new. Let's get in there. We've got bone chimes, but they're not in a place where anyone would set them off, so they must just be for decoration. He's back over there, but let's check over here first. Got a weapons workbench. No notes, just some burnt books. Suitcase, footlocker, toolbox.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
Hello, Pierce.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel?
Tell me where the raiders got the weapons.
About that. You and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
That guy seems actually reasonably honorable. Let's talk to Sheena.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. And I'll tell you what you want to know.
That is rough. How do you know about our scribes?
How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it.
Well, then why do you need me? What are you going to do with that data?
We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're going to do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right?
Man, you're really willing to betray Pierce like that?
This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense.
Alright, I'm leaving now.
Toodles.
Okay, yeah, we're going to talk to Scribe Valdez as the option here. She might have a better option than actually giving them real data, or maybe we can give them some partial data or something. I don't know. Let's head back to Fort Atlas, because I don't really want to see Brotherhood members get killed, but I understand the Raiders wanting to protect themselves as well. I mean, the thing to remember about the Raiders of the Crater is they're not like the Blood Eagles. What is he doing? I'm not sure what that was. A weird little dance there. Alright. Let's chat with Scribe Valdez.
Staying safe out there. Any new deeds to add to your scroll?
Ah, we can actually ask her a lot of stuff. I'd like to ask about being a scribe.
Sure. What needs explaining?
Can I become a scribe?
Someday. You have what it takes. I've seen that much. I'd have you promoted here and now if I could. But the Brotherhood is slow to trust outsiders. You'll have to keep working for it. Be patient, put in your time, and know that I have your back.
Why are you called scribes?
We record things. Histories, schematics, every bit of knowledge we can get our hands on. We collect it all, compile it, and keep it safe, like old scholars or monks. Our name harkens back to that ancient tradition, so that's why we use it.
What does a scribe do?
We're the heart of the Brotherhood's mission to find, catalog, and preserve pre-war technology. Though sometimes in practice, well, let's just say I spend a lot of time calibrating things.
Wasteland is hell.
Should be friends with Garrus. I want to talk about something else.
Sure, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the Brotherhood.
Lucky for you, I know all about us.
What is the Brotherhood of Steel?
We're an order dedicated to the preservation of science and technology. We find and catalog knowledge from before the bombs and keep it safe.
A noble cause.
You could say that. You could also say we have no right to keep knowledge to ourselves. That everyone deserves to learn. We get that from time to time. I can see the argument, but I believe in our mission. Nobody else does what we do. If not for us, all the old tech would just rust away.
Where did your group come from?
California, all the way across the continent. I've read that people used to fly that distance in a few hours, but the trek took us months. Maybe eventually we'll get flying again, but for now it's an arduous journey.
Why did you come to Appalachia?
We're here to help the people of Appalachia, and to catalog any technological discoveries we find. We set up Fort Atlas to that end. This old observatory has a wealth of technology to discover, and is a good staging point for future operations. We also want to learn the fate of the old Appalachian chapter of our order. MIA. Presumed KIA.
Oh, I learned what happened. The Scorched got them in the end.
Yeah. To be honest, that's what I expected to hear. At least they died trying to make a difference. May they rest in peace. I knew some of them from a distance, but it's better if we don't get into that now.
Who leads the Brotherhood?
The Council of Elders, chief among them, High Elder Maxon, our founder. He proclaimed our mission and set us on the path we follow today. Our expedition leader is Paladin Armani. She's an aggressive and daring commander who's taken us through many trials.
I have other questions.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to talk about what we uncovered in the substructure.
Sure. Always happy to talk tech with an initiate.
Will you be able to revive the Atlas project?
No, I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, we're too short-handed, and I just don't have that kind of expertise. We'll have to make do with learning what we can from the project for now.
Oh, that's so disappointing. I really hope that's not the future of this entire project here. What are your plans for the ultrasonic power cell we discovered?
I'd like to reverse engineer it and make more, of course. With the amount of energy it can unleash, we could power all kinds of things for a very long time. Think of how far a vertibird could fly on ultrasonic power.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure thing. What's the next topic?
I need your help with a situation involving the Raiders.
Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right. How can I help?
They have some important information, but they're asking for information about us in return.
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
Are you worried about unauthorized people accessing your terminal?
It's not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Right now, the Knight is doing it all by hand. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the raiders, but maybe they're smarter than they give off.
You're a programmer too? Amazing.
Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty.
Great, thank you.
Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give them
If you
false
stumble
data.
on any new tech, you know who to bring it to.
What is this right here? Oh, we've listened to those before in the surveil video. Scribe Valdez's terminal. Let's just take a look here at the archives real quick. I think that this is stuff that we saw before. Yeah, these are all things that we've read before. Okay. If you're interested in those, you can check out the surveil video. I'll link it at the end of this video. Chapter Scrolls. Paladin Armani, Layla. Former United States National Guard, Paladin Armani is a bold leader who cares for the people. She is renowned for decisive action and inventive tactics. Though sometimes criticized by leadership as reckless, no one can deny her record of success. This and her approachability have made her very popular among the rank and file. After outstanding service to the Brotherhood, her requests for an Appalachian expedition were granted by the Council of Elders, and she was given command. Interesting. Knight Shin Daniel.
Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertebra.
Driven and dedicated, Knight Shin is a model member of the Brotherhood of Steel. While his focus and commitment is sometimes off-putting to other members, especially new recruits, it has earned him the respect of Brotherhood leadership. His actions have drawn praise from the Council of Elders and even Elder Maxon himself. Knight Shin was recruited from the Mojave Wasteland, where his valor caught the eye of Knight Connors, who brought him into the fold.
But all standard models.
Knight Connors
Surely there's
Allen.
something more to discover here.
Former United States National Guard, is a subordinate of Paladin Armani. Known for his wise counsel, he followed the Paladin into service in the Brotherhood. A noted peacekeeper and negotiator, Knight Connors was a valued member of the Brotherhood as a whole, and the Appalachian Expedition in particular. He had a calming presence and was skilled at diffusing disputes. Killed in action, valorously defending Knight Shin and the others from a raider attack. Recommend highest possible honors. I mean, this is the guy that brought Knight Shin into the fold. The fact that he was killed by raiders, I mean, I feel like that's got to be almost like he's in a mentor position at the very least. It could almost be seen as like a surrogate father figure. I can understand why Shin is so mad with raiders. Knight Thornbury Matthew.
The weapon may keep me safe, but it doesn't.
Knight Thornbury is an exemplar of courage whose selfless actions early in the expedition saved friendly lives and salvaged valuable technology. He personally rescued captured Brotherhood members from torture at the hands of hostile raiders in the Sierra Nevada, and furthermore recovered many fusion cores and energy weapons from the enemy. Paladin Armani charged Knight Thornberry with escorting the rescued members back home and seeing to their recovery, a task he eagerly accepted. A caring man with the mind of a scribe and the heart of a lion, we would miss his presence dearly. While no longer a part of this expedition, his deeds will continue to live in these scrolls. Okay, so this was a larger expedition when they started out. And Scribe Valdez, Odessa. Wow, I've never actually met anybody with the first name Odessa. This expedition's scribe and keeper of these scrolls, Scribe Valdez's parents, early recruits known as the Knights Valdez, enlisted her in the Brotherhood as an apprentice scribe at an early age. Under the tutelage of Scribe Haley Takano, we've heard of her before, she learned to perform her role satisfactorily, taking a special interest in the operation of vertibirds and other flying machines. That explains why she was so interested in an ultrasight-powered vertibird. Scribe Valdez volunteered for this expedition in place of Scribe Takano, who was unable to join due to health and other concerns. Scribe Takano is who Scribe Grant of the Appalachian Brotherhood was talking to over the satellite. Okay, so we now know more about the Brotherhood. Let's talk about, let's look at Scribe Valdez's personal logs. Appalachia. Appalachia, after so many months, we're finally here. We came expecting the worst. The Scorched Plague, utter desolation. I remember sitting by Scribe Takano as we listened to each new communication from Paladin Taggarty's chapter. Every attempt to fight the Scorched brought failure and loss. Paladin Taggarty, as strong as she was, sounded more desperate every time we heard her. I grew to understand why my parents insisted I stay a scribe. I couldn't help but be thankful I was safe in my bunker and not out fighting that. Still, as the years passed, I couldn't help but yearn for the adventure and life of my peers. When the time finally came for our expedition east, I jumped at the chance. Scribe Takano wanted to go, but I insisted she stay for her health. Even if she did make it all the way here, I think the grief would have been too much for her. I'll admit I was surprised when we arrived. It was more than desolation. There were people, settlers and raiders, and those caught in between. The Scorched are present, but there's rumor of a cure. Some vault dwellers, America's best and brightest, concocted an inoculation and spread it among the people here. I'm skeptical, of course, after all the horror I heard on that radio. How could I not be? But I can't deny that Appalachians have found a way to survive. We came here for knowledge. Maybe that starts with learning from them. Atlas Observatory. We've set up a base in the old Atlas Observatory, Fort Atlas as we named it. I like that name. It sounds strong. This place has always been on our list of targets. We know it's not just here for stargazing. The old regime was building something here, and we need to find out what. My first task is to do some research, start rooting through old terminal entries, and catalog any old holotapes we find lying around. I've started an archive on this terminal to that effect. Hopefully some juicy leads will turn up soon. Okay, I guess we just have to load the holotape then. Sheena's holotape. Property of the Raiders. Don't even think about touching this if you're not one of us. Holotape storage empty, so we could download terminal data or the dummy files. We're going to download dummy files. Oh, I don't like that it's transferring terminal data to holotape Valdez dummy files. If it shows up as being Valdez dummy files, I think they might know that they're dummy files. Can we play the holotape? No, I was hoping it would actually show us the data that was on there. Okay, return the holotape to Sheena. Let's head back up to the crater.
It started with an F.
Alright, rather than going through, I'm going to go around this time, because it'll likely be faster. Alright, seriously, if this thing actually is titled Valdez Dummy Files, we're screwed.
You've got the holotape?
Here it is, loaded with Brotherhood intel.
Good. Thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again.
You mean the Settlers of Foundation had them too?
Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them.
The other raiders you got weapons from, where did they come from?
West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went.
Did your raider friends mention anything else about the fight?
They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen.
Ooh, I wonder if that's, I can't remember his name, the knight that helped Shin. That's all I wanted to know.
Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Don't change my mind.
Alright.
I don't know what she means by that. Anyway. Okay, let's go back and report to Night Shin. Why are we walking? We can fast travel. With how I've been playing this game, I definitely would be a scribe, not a knight. I mean, I've been doing all the surveil video stuff, and
Greetings, Initiate.
I'm not terribly good at the endgame combat, so here we go. Night Shin.
I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report.
The raiders got the weapons from 2 sources. Possibly more.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
A group of raiders traveling from the west said they earned it in a battle.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
It sounded like they were just visiting.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Did you come in contact with those raiders?
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route.
We're really just gonna let them go?
I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is.
That's all I have to report about the raider source.
And the other one.
Some came from the settlers at Foundation.
Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
Is Foundation really a concern?
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today.
What were you saying? What caused all this?
You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report.
That's all I have to report on the settler source.
So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Armani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
The raiders mentioned a knight's helmet. Did someone important die?
A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable.
How did the Brotherhood lose possession of these weapons in the first place?
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
I really want to know. That was all. I'll report to Paladin Armani.
Ad Victoriam.
300 caps. We just finished property
All
rights.
initiates
What else are we
get
gonna
one
get?
authorized weapon. No more, no less.
Did I get 1 authorized weapon yet? Stim packs, Radaway, purified water, plasma grenade. Is that my authorized weapon is a plasma grenade? We now start the quest, supplying demands. Let's talk to Paladin Armani.
Find, protect, and preserve.
You got it.
Ah, Initiate. I haven't had the chance to discuss your last assignment with Night Shin yet. Was there something you needed to report to me directly?
We've discovered that the settlers of Foundation may be in possession of these weapons as well.
Really? Foundation? That's troubling. How well do you know the people of Foundation?
They're close allies of mine.
Excellent. That's great news. I spoke with a few members of their community, looking for ways to work together. We are in need of food and water. They have plenty to spare. However, knowing they may have those weapons accelerates matters. It's critical that we follow up with them right away.
I understand. Please go on.
Your mission is as follows. Meet with Gloria Chance, the supervisor of Foundation Supply Room. Determine whether or not they've seen or acquired such weapons for themselves. And lastly, establish a trade deal with Foundation. Something that will provide us longevity in Appalachia. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions, but I trust that you know Foundation well enough to make the right calls. And allow me to stress, both returning with the weapons and securing a trade deal are equally important objectives, Initiate.
They are good people. I'm positive we can work something out.
I wholeheartedly agree. Remember, you represent the Brotherhood to these people. Do us proud.
So, we'll head there now, but two thoughts occurred to me while we were in that conversation, one of which was, I wonder how the Raider quest goes if you finished the Wastelanders quest at Vault 79 with the Raiders. This character completed it with the Settlers of Foundation, so it'd just be interesting to see. I think this is the character that did that. Anyway, the other thing that I was thinking about was I can understand why they don't want these weapons out there, and that these weapons are a direct threat to the Brotherhood's power-armored soldiers. That, I think, is why they are so desperately trying to get them back. Okay, optional talk to Shin. Interesting. I wonder why.
Different now if Taggarty's unit had survived.
Oh, interesting.
You're back. I assume Paladin Armani has tasked you with handling the situation. Why are you dragging your feet? Move out!
Do you have any advice how to get these weapons back? Assuming they have them, that is.
By any means necessary.
Good lord.
Returning with those weapons is absolutely critical. This is too important a task for a light touch. Do whatever it takes. These weapons are far too dangerous to be in anyone's possession but our own.
Paladin Armani has asked me to establish a trade deal with Foundation.
I see. This isn't surprising, but it's not the choice that I would have made. I will have a word with Paladin Armani while you're out. But remember, respect the chain of command. If Paladin Armani has tasked you with this, carry it out, regardless of what you or I may think of it.
But you do have an opinion on the matter.
Do not test my patience, Initiate. This is our way. Chain of command supersedes how we feel. However, I will put this as plainly as I can. I feel we'd grow stronger from continuing to rely on ourselves, rather than focus on trade deals. Recovering the weapons, however, is more than a task. It is your duty as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. That's all I have to say on the matter. You have your assignment. Carry it out.
I fully admit that there's strength that comes from self-reliance, but at the same time, trying to rely entirely on themselves is how the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel was destroyed. Anyway, let's get to Foundation. Okay, my guess is this is going to be down inside the main structure.
Fix that. Never seems to end.
No, it's not. Okay, let's see. Do we drop down a level? Is there... Ah, staircase. Okay, new room. Speak with Gloria Chance. There's a cat in here. Ah, Sunny. Oh, wait, they've got 3 robots named Sunny and they needed to name their cat Sunny as well? What's in here? Barrels, wood barrels, metal barrels, plastic barrels, metal crates, wooden crates. Okay. All of it built like a log cabin. Got an urn stored in a little safe box there. We got a note. Let's check this note out. Upcoming shipments. Meyer bread from the retreat should make for some good hoagies. I don't even really want to know what Meyer bread is. Pepperoni rolls from the BRC Co. Limited sample stock. Oh, that's Blue Ridge Caravan. Canned meat stew. Scavenger procured from Mama Dolce's. Okay, that makes sense. Blamco mac and cheese. Scavenger new contract. Should be a dozen boxes or so. 5.56 rounds from the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Eugenia for delivery. Assortment of hunting rifle mods from the Blue Ridge Caravan Company. Eugenia as well. Make sure Tad doesn't talk her ear off again. Replica giant teapot. Scavenger for my collection. Okay. Interesting. I mean, the fact that they've got like upcoming shipments noted for a dozen boxes of Blamco mac and cheese from some random scavenger is kind of interesting. Oh, another note. Got that thing you wanted. I wonder if this thing about that teapot. T. It took a bit of haggling, but I managed to procure a limited print Tricentennial Protectron figure it. Okay, so it's not a figurine, it's a figure it. Even still has the little flag and everything. It's not in box, of course, but I'd say it's near mint. Next time I'm by, let's talk prices. And that request for one of our backpacks? I don't know about that, my friend. We don't just give them out to anyone, but I understand they're kind of a collector's item, eh? Maybe I might be able to get you one. If you're finally willing to part with that Grognarok battle damage axe replica from A. Okay. Some trades taking place there. Let's talk to Gloria Chance.
You must be here about that shipment of Blamco mac and cheese. Great. I was starting to get worried.
A dozen boxes for 2,500 caps up front? No. No, I'm here representing the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh, pardon me, then. You say you're with Paladin Armani? That's fantastic. I didn't think she'd get back to us so quickly. How can I help you, sire, your majesty, your steeliness?
Any one of those works really well. Ooh, you're stealing us. That's right. Let's talk about weapons. No. Can I? Yes. I'll just go with initiate. Oh, I really want to go with your stealing us, but let's just go with initiate. Initiate will do, thanks. I'm here to discuss Paladin Armani's trade deal.
Right. About that. Originally, we were hoping to purchase some weapons in exchange for food and supplies, but we may need to work something else out. After all, our last purchase is more than enough firepower for the time being.
Oh. Last purchase? You mean you recently bought some weaponry?
Yep, that's right. Hun, can you tell our friend here about those thingies we picked up recently?
Oh, sure thing. We got weapons all right, Initiate. You Brotherhood guys make some high-quality gear. Now tell me if this sounds familiar. Tubes of explosive death with your logo on the side?
The Brotherhood doesn't make any weaponry nor sell them.
Oh, well, the stuff we got definitely has your logos on it. Some guys from the town watch took them out for testing a little earlier. I'm sure you can catch up with them. They normally practice at a small site they set up near the East Mountain Lookout, a bit north of here.
Oh, that's right. Mike and them took the weapons out for a test drive. If you head over, I'm sure they'd let you take a look. I hope you understand those weapons are our property, though. We spent quite a bit acquiring them. But hurry back. I'm sure we can still find a way to work together, even if we don't need more weapons.
Well, this is going to be fun. Okay, I'll head to the East Mountain Lookout now.
And send the fellas home, would ya? They've been playing with those things long enough.
Not only that, it's not like those things can just keep firing in forever. You have to have missiles. East Mountain Lookout. Really? They went that far for that? Okay, let's go to the US 13C bivouac. Okay. Is this a new lookout tower? You know, I honestly don't know. 1 second, let me check my map. No, it is not. It's just a location I've never been to before. At least not on this character. Maybe not ever, I'm not sure. We will see soon enough. Well, they said they were near it anyway, so they might not actually be at the location itself. Oh, maybe they are, because they seem to be pointing us directly at that tower. Okay. What the hell happened here? One of several dead bodies scattered around the area. They appear to be from Foundation. Well, this isn't good. Wait, we got, wait, I can kind of see the box. You can see them on the loot from them is like, there we go. I'll take those 45 rounds. Oh! Good lord. A large impact from an explosive weapon. This could have been fatal to anyone standing nearby. Okay, the Brotherhood might have an argument for no one else having these weapons. Let's see. He's remarkably well intact, given he's so close to that. Let's see, we got a little terminal here. Let's see if there's anybody upstairs first. Whoa, they were growing carrots out here. And corn. And potatoes. Anything on the map? No? Okay. Any notes? Oh, yep, there's a note right there. Gerald's note. Dear Sandy, today I woke up and you were gone. Somehow I know I won't be far behind. These past 4 years have been the happiest of my life. The world's gone crazy down below, but up here our crops are thriving, your flowers are still blooming. Some days I think I can even forget. I will see you again soon, my love. Gerald. Oof. That is sad. Okay. Seems they survived the war and were living up here, and I guess that these plants were their plants. They're surprisingly doing quite well, given that their caretakers seem to be dead. Ooh, I've identified 0 new locations in my map that shows you how I've explored everything else in the area. Oh, and this is one of those missile launchers that killed all those people down there. Why don't we go take a look and see if we can't find anything else? I do wish I'd gotten this location in a surveil video before it changed, just to see how different it is now, but I didn't know this place was changing, and as you can see, I didn't even know this place really existed. So, let's see. Terminals probably are the last place we gotta check here. Last chance, if you're reading this, I'll cut you. If you know the secret password, use the secret menu. Read my messages. If you don't, why are you using this? I will kill you if I find you. Secret. Keep out. Wrong password. Get out of here. Oof. From Mike. Hey, if you're from Foundation, that means I probably gave you the password to access the secret information here. If not, whoops, sorry friend. But if you are from Foundation, check out the info the scavenger left behind. His spelling may leave a lot to be desired, but it seems like he found a perfect hiding place for some valuables. Uh-oh, looks like the guys are getting annoyed that I'm taking so long. Gotta go. Mike Tiller. Okay, so we gotta find his password. Oh, Mike's bag, maybe? Examine. Just a bag with Mike on it. You don't find anything useful, but you're also not sure what to look for in the first place. Okay. Let's see. Toolbox. Let's see if there's anybody in the porta potty. Nothing in the porta potty. Okay, we got a holotape here. Weapon demonstration.
Alright, everyone gather round. Ward wanted us to record some instructions on how to use these things. Where's Mike? Hey, Mike, stop messing around with that terminal and grab one of those rocket launchers.
Uh-oh. Sorry. I wanted to lock the terminal first. Let me put this in my bag really quick.
Give it up, Mike. That could be decades old. Just grab one of them and come here. Wait, Mike, I told you not to pick it up like that.
Oh, God. What have I done?
Jeez. So it was an accident. Okay, let's see what's in here. So Mike could very well still be alive. You found the password holotape tucked into one of the pockets. We already knew that was there from this. Anyway. The secret password is 12345. Oh, wow. It's like the password of my luggage. Okay, we got 3 entries here, and then syntax error 3 cannot compile. Okay. Entry 1. Your UR plan. Got your last message loud and clear. Make plans right now. I'll report back if we get something. Suckers. Good news. We hit that caravan. They never saw it coming. Huge howl. Just like you said. Check back here tomorrow. Get your share. Sorry, get your share. Entry 3, Kerwood Mine. Found the perfect place to hide your share from the last score. There's a place near here, Kerwood Mine. It'll take some doing, but I got an idea that will keep this stuff hidden away for a lifetime. Meet me there, but I'll leave instructions in case you miss me. Okay, so Kerwood Mine is a flooded mine that was being operated by an incompetent operator. Okay, it's down here in the Cranberry Bog. Covered it in one of the videos on the Cranberry Bog. Let's head down there now. Oh, the game thinks the possums are threatening to me. That's why I can't fast travel immediately. Alright. Now this place was overrun with feral ghouls in the past, I believe. Let me get my Chinese... or, I got mole miners out here. Let me get my Chinese stealth armor on. And it's broken. Well, that's not good. Let's use one of these. Oh, come on! Good lord! I mean, I know I'm not spec'd into that, but that was 4 separate missiles against a single mole miner. I mean, come on. Ugh, okay. Let's get in there. Okay, we got one of those crates right here. Pretty good sign. Alright, so again, there are usually feral ghouls in here. Not... well, maybe mole miners today. Maybe it's always been mole miners and I'm just forgetting things. I don't think so, though. Isn't it lovely when the mole rats just know implicitly where you are when no one else does? Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm hearing a machine. I thought I was maybe hearing... okay, well there's also a mole miner there. Okay. Oh, they barred this door now. Hi, there's Mike Tiller.
Hold it right there. Don't come any closer.
Calm down, I'm with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm just investigating these weapons.
Investigating? What? You've been to the lookout tower. You have to understand. It was an accident. I'm Mike. Mike Tiller. Go to Foundation. Tell him you found me dead. Because I'm never leaving. I'm not going back. You can't make me. They'll never believe me. They'll think I'm a murderer.
I have a holotape that clearly shows that it was an accident. Mike, just relax. I understand what happened. We can talk through this.
There's nothing to say. Just go and leave me. This door is barred tight, and way behind me is flooded. You can't get in. Just give up and go tell Gloria I'm dead.
Well, we both know that's not going to happen. And not only that, I could shoot you through this if I wanted to. Stop being an idiot. So yeah, this BOS report right here is from before the bombs, or not before the bombs. Sorry, before the scorching. We can listen to it as we head towards the flooded tunnels.
Scouting report. Brotherhood Squire Schultz. Kerwood Mine is almost completely flooded. Going down into that brine without power armor or a stronger set of lungs seems suicidal. It's too bad. My recon instincts are telling me there could be something good down there. Maybe a way into that locked room.
Anybody else hate the fact that there's no oxygen meter anymore? Let's get some Rad-X. That's what I was getting before the platform broke. Okay. Luckily there are no enemies in the water itself. It's just a little bit of a pain in the butt to find your way through this flooded part of the mine, especially, again, with no oxygen meter, so you have no idea when you're about to run out of air. Actually, I think this character has Aqua Boy, so I don't ever run out of air. Okay, so we got glowing fungus and brain fungus. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to remember the exact way to get back there. Okay, so we came up through here. I actually can use that Rad-X, so I just used some. Take the screws there. Okay. Let's head up this way. There we go. Actually, I think it's guiding us to here so that we can then come back down here, but we'll see. Cave diving suit. Let's put that on. What do we look like here? What the heck? This thing's awesome. Alright. That is great. I hope we get to keep this thing. Wait a minute, I've been here before. Alright, here we go. Should be more enemies back up in here. Yep. Oh, of course. Okay. All right, we're back. This is a fun glitch. Never seen this before. Let me change weapons. Let's see if that... And I can't change weapons. Okay. Crouching? Fix it? No. There we go. Putting it away fixed it. Alright. Get my stuff back. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, another mole miner. I love it when they glitch through doors like that. Come on, you can poke your head out a little further. Dang. Oh yeah, the key. Should be over here. Right, I have the key. Did I not pick up the key? Okay, I guess they're saying it's in a different area. Interesting. Why is it in this random file cabinet? Alright, we got the key. Let's get through that gate and kill that mole miner. Okay. More diving. Here's the miners that were trapped behind the wall. Ooh, we can take them to Blanco Mac and Cheese to trade with the folks over at Foundation. Oh! Like I said before, I belong in the scribed part of the Brotherhood. Okay. More miners are dead. At least I think they are. Let's go reach these weapons. Oh, no. No more mole rats. Hey there, Mike.
Oh god. You made it! How did you even... Please, don't hurt me.
I'm not going to hurt you, Mike. I'm just here to talk.
Okay. I can explain. We were just testing these out. You know, Tad picked them up a while back. They seemed really powerful. They were always telling me, be careful, Mike. Don't pick it up that way, Mike. But my finger slipped and I killed them all instantly. But it was an accident. I swear. I never... Oh, God.
Man. I can't even imagine going back and trying to live among the neighbors whose husbands, brothers, fathers you've just killed. Gloria and Tad will understand. These weapons are incredibly dangerous. This isn't your fault.
I mean, sure, but that doesn't change what I did. How can I face them after No, you're right. They should hear it from me. I'll go back. On one condition. Let me bring the weapons back myself. Gloria and Tad will know what to do. I'm sorry. They're the only ones I trust to take care of these. I have to make sure they get back to them.
And blow yourself up on the way? Let me bring them back.
I dragged all these in here, though, and you're right. Man, that was dumb. Fine. You bring them and meet me at Foundation, okay?
Alright, so now we have the weapons, but it's going to be interesting to figure out what we do with them. BOS weapons cache, some 308 rounds, bobby pin, food, recon sniper rifle, and ammo scrap. And hopefully there's a scrapping bench around here somewhere, because I apparently just over-encumbered myself. Or I can just drop something. Alright, let's head back to Foundation. Alright, after all the fun of cave diving, here comes the hard part here.
I'm sorry I didn't come back right away. I was scared. But that Brotherhood member showed up and...
Well, speak of the devil.
Hey, Gloria.
Mike was just telling us about what happened out there. I can't believe it. All those boys, just... It's a lot to take in.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
These weapons are too dangerous. I hope you see that.
Well, I hope you're planning on giving the weapons back all the same. They're ours.
Tad, enough! We still need to find a way to work with these people. I think we should try and wrap up business between us now. We're going to need to tell those families about what happened. I know it's hard to think about at a time like this, but settling on a deal and having you on your way is probably for the best. Now then, I understand you'll want to take these weapons back with you, but that won't work for us. They cost us too many caps to just let go. Unfortunately, regardless of where they came from before, they're our property now, and they'll need to stay with us.
It's clear these weapons are too dangerous. Another accident is inevitable.
Well, that's true, but... Maybe you're right.
Not maybe. You are right. You need to get these things out of here before anyone else is killed. Only problem is, those weapons put us in the hole, financially speaking. We need to sell off our supplies to recover, and that leaves nothing left to share with the Brotherhood.
What if I were to pay you for what the weapons were worth?
Well, sure, if you covered the loss, we'd be in a much better position to help out the Brotherhood. But those weapons, they weren't cheap.
Wow, 2,500 caps. Do I have that much on this character? This should cover the weapons and be enough to supply the Brotherhood with food and water for a while.
Wow, that's incredibly generous of you. This should be enough to pay for food and water deliveries for a long time. I'll have them start right away. Please let Paladin Armani know, and thank you for resolving this for us. I think Foundation and the Brotherhood have a bright future together.
Thanks again, Initiate. Looking forward to doing business with y'all.
I only have 40 caps left. Oh, God. I don't even think I can afford... Oh, my God. Okay. Report back to Paladin Armani. Can I even afford to fast travel to the Atlas, the Fort Atlas? Okay, I guess it's free. Well, I guess I know what I'm going to be working on, and that's getting more caps. Let's talk to Paladin Armani.
Stay strong, friend. No telling what the next challenge will hold.
Initiate.
Welcome back,
Give your
Initiate.
report to Paladin
I
Armani.
was just discussing the missile launcher matter with Knight Shin here. I imagine you're here to report on your dealings with Foundation. Well then, don't keep us waiting.
I've returned with the weapons and established a trade deal. I donated some caps to help them with the losses.
You paid them? From your own
Initiate.
pocket?
That level of compassion is admirable. Even as the commanding officer here, I couldn't imagine asking such a thing of you. But to go out of your way to help on your own, was very kind. You've helped more than just Foundation with that gesture.
I don't like the message this sends. The Brotherhood are not a philanthropic group.
Lighten up, Knight Shin. Our Initiate here can see that helping humanity is our top priority.
What is with her gun?
Why can't you?
Very well, Paladin.
Now, as for the other matter... It's troubling that the weapons have spread to this degree, but... there isn't much we can do beyond dealing with situations like this as they arise. But, Initiate, I hope you know you've done well.
Paladin, maybe we should check in with Scribe Valdez. She had mentioned wanting to bring something important to our attention.
That's right. Initiate, please let the scribe know we're ready for her. Knight Shin and I have a few things to discuss in the meantime.
Alright, so we got 300 caps, so at least that makes up for some of what I just lost. Completes the quest supplying demands. What else are we going to get here? 4 stim packs, 2 right away, 4 purified water, a pulse mine, 4 stim packs, and something else. And we get the quest over and out. Okay, well, that's definitely going to do it for this video, because I've had an hour and 32 minutes of recording time. Hopefully I can trim this down to a reasonable amount. Anyway, though, next time we will come back and we will talk to Scribe Valdez and figure out what it is she wants to talk to those two about. Anyway, though, this has been the Original Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.